Hello everyone, welcome to the Creative Lounge. In today's episode, we'll be talking with Erika, who in my opinion is the Smoothie Bowl Queen. Great. Okay. All set. Finally. Hi Erika, nice to see you. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. As a quick introduction, can you tell us 3 things about you that we should know?
I am a mother of 2 little baby girls. I am wife. And the last one, I'm a food blogger from sunny Tenerife.
Great. Okay, so yeah, I mean, being a food blogger, and first of all, let me just say that from your profile, I can just say that you are amazing at what you're doing, and that's also the reason why I wanted to have that conversation with you, learn a little bit more about how you started this blog, and why exactly a food blog. So as a start, can you tell us why you decided to start a food blog and why specifically around desserts and smoothie bowls, like healthy desserts in a way?
The idea of this food blog came 1 year ago, and I wanted to create something healthy that I could give to my little girl. She was 1 year old. So yes, basically for me was the most important thing, beauty, sweet, and something delicious.
Making a kid eat vegetable or a fruit could be a challenge, and you're presenting it in a really nice and playful way. Like, it's very colorful, very vibrant. So is that why a lot of like the smoothie bowls and the ice creams are very colorful, very character themed? You have Christmas themed, you had a lot of mermaids, a lot of sea life. Is that the main idea, to make it interesting for your kids in a way, make it more appealing?
It's yes, it's always about the kids, but another point is that I live around the ocean, like I see from my window the ocean. So it's so inspiring when you open the window and you can see the sound of the waves. So basically, every second bowl is mermaid bowl, ocean bowl. So that's it. And so much bright colors in Tenerife, and so vibrant. And I can't imagine myself creating something gray or another color, some pastels. I need bright, eye-catching, only for beaches inspired me to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing a great job capturing all of the colors of the nature, that's for sure. Okay, so one thing I'm very interested to know is whether you're coming from a creative background and whether you have always been so creative. Because let's be honest, your smoothie and ice cream bowls are simply a work of art, in my opinion. Especially the ones like the air balloon smoothie bowl, which is probably my favorite so far.
It's basically, yes, all my life I was artistic, and beauty and aesthetic is important for all my family all life. So I love fashion, I love everything. I love beauty, flowers, and to make my food beautiful as well, because many people are eating all the dyes, not like the taste. When you see it's beautiful, it's like it will taste double than it is.
I agree with that. I'm one of those people. I love when something is well presented, it brings color, it in a way distracts you from your everyday life. And I wanted to ask you, like, on average, how long does it take you to make one of those smoothie bowls or ice creams?
You can't imagine how many I made already, and it's actually much more than it's in Instagram. That you can see is very challenging, and especially in Tenerife. Of course, it's nice to have a smoothie bowl when it's so hot and to refresh yourself. But actually, when it's over 25 in your room, and you want to make a nice ice cream with a nice beautiful food styling, on the top, decoration. It's super challenging, and you have only a few minutes to make a picture, and to be honest. And it's you can't find the perfect light, you can't find the perfect corner, and smelt it and going again over and putting again the frozen foods and trying to repeat it. So basically, if you try from the first time, you can make it in 15 minutes.
That's a challenge I didn't think about, because yes, it's obviously everything inside the smoothie bowl, the ice cream, like it's frozen fruits. So as soon as you take it out,
so fast.
yeah, I can imagine. And when did you realize that you have that gift for photography and organizing everything so nicely and having it so visually stimulating? Was it just at some point when you started like to experiment with the smoothie bowls, or was it something that you've always been passionate about?
Photography and editing photos was always my passion. Like it's almost around 7 years, 5 years. I'm doing this for fun. Before I did more with fashion, like a fashion vlogger. Before having the kids, I loved to make pictures of myself, like find the perfect place, the perfect corner, and then telling always for my husband, I will stand here and you need to take the picture from this corner and like this. And later I enjoyed editing the pictures. I cannot sleep and just edit and prepare. Of course, I have passion like for many years. It's not easy to do this.
Yeah, I think that's as someone who tries to create content, I've realized that sometimes something that looks as a pretty quick thing to do, you know, you just point your camera, you take a photo, that's it. But I think most people don't realize how much time and work goes into the whole process. Because as you said, you have to take the photo, you have to position it. I guess you said finding the spot, making sure that the light is right, the way that the food is going to be positioned, the things that are going to be in the surrounding of it, obviously the editing. And then it's a very lengthy process that it has to be a very well thought process as well. Would you say that you have one favorite ingredient that you believe that should be in every smoothie bowl?
Banana.
Banana.
My favorite ingredient. And it's because it's sweet and it's creamy and it makes the best ice cream bowls. Without banana, it's impossible to make such a great texture.
I wanted to ask you about an interesting story or something that happened to you since starting your Instagram profile that would have not happened if you hadn't started it.
Like as I believe the law of attraction. Like when I started my Instagram and I wanted to make the smoothie bowls more colorful, so I was checking many brands, where to get superfood powder, which one to use, and I found one and I liked it so much. I bought it, but it was like in quarantine time. It was impossible to get delivery in Tenerife, so they cancelled my order and they said it's not possible. It was like, wow, it's super crazy. How I will make smoothie bowls without these colorful goodies? So I bought it again with my husband's brother's name to send it over to Lithuania. And I was thinking I will ask him to send me back. So it took like lots of time, few months to get my powder. And when I started to work with this powder, I got a proposal from that company. They didn't know that I'm using the powder or them, but they love my creation and they proposed me to be a brand ambassador. So this is what was for me like the most interesting story. Like how can the law of attraction, you're thinking you want and you attract the things.
That's great. That's great. And now a question for all people who would like to become food bloggers like you. What advice would you give them at the start of their journey?
My advice is, first of all, before starting, to learn basics of Lightroom and photography, some basic photography skills, especially when you're starting on social media. People can't feel the taste, they eat with eyes and they don't know how it tastes. So the food needs to be attractive first of all in the picture, and yeah, this is my advice.
That's really good advice, and I think it's also advice that applies to pretty much all natures of creative paths you want to take. If you want to be on Instagram, you need to put in the time to edit the photos, to make sure that you don't just take a photo and then instantly upload it on Instagram. I mean, that has its beauty as well, but it's putting the time and effort to create something that really stands out. And I think in your case, that's one of the things that really stood out for me when looking at your photos. You have this artistic signature. Every photo is very similar to the other one, so it creates a very nice flow as you go through the feed. And this is, I guess, something that, as you said, you develop over time. You start off and then photo after photo, smoothie after smoothie bowl, you start to develop your own brand in a way.
Yes, you're starting to develop your own style. Every food stylist has their own style. For example, when I see other ladies doing smoothie, I could tell, oh, this is that girl, this is another girl, this is because I can recognize the style. So yeah, this is like it comes automatically when you're making more and more. It comes automatically with your personal signature, as you say.
Great. And last question from my side, it would be if you want to address the general audience with anything, any advice, or just anything you want to say. It's like an open-end question.
I want to say that the most important in the life is to do everything with love and to do what you love. When you do what you love, you never need to work in life, and you always be healthy, happy, and in the perfect mood, and people around you will attract people around you, and will be good vibes always. So the most important thing is to follow your dreams and to do everything with love.
Nice. I believe it's a very strong ending to our conversation. Thank you so much for joining us today, Erika. It was an absolute pleasure to learn more about yourself and your smoothie and ice cream bowls, how you make them. And yeah, I wish you all the best with your Instagram profile, and I'm hoping to see more and more of those great recipes, and we'll be following and staying tuned. Thank you so much. Well guys, that was everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Erika, and please don't forget to show her some love and check out her profile, link in the description below. See you next time.
I can show you from the window.
Oh my god. That is so beautiful. Oh.
So yeah.